Hot topic for content creators. This is where I pitch a hot topic to you, and then you turn around, if you feel so inclined, and create your own content on said topic. Art and artificial intelligence. With the rise of various forms of generative artificial intelligence technologies, also known as gay tech, comes a whole new host of issues surrounding online commerce. More specifically, with the already notoriously predatory gig economy. So, since I have become more knowledgeable in all the various ways that gay tech has invaded the creative space of arts and entertainment, I would like to present what I believe are some ways in which you can protect yourself from the fakers, phonies, and frauds who pull scams on producers, directors, and creators who want to hire professionals for a specific job, seek the services of contractors, or commission artists for various kinds of work. As a disclaimer, I will say that these tips are not foolproof and should not be considered a form of financial advice. But as the old saying goes, a fool and their money are soon departed. So if you don't wish to be made a fool by those who aim to take advantage of you, then I suggest you take heed and consider the following. Generative artificial intelligence technologies, also known as gay tech, has made it easier than ever for people who have absolutely no marketable skills whatsoever in arts and craft to invade the creative space and claim that they do. Some of these people can easily be written off as delusional individuals who just want to be left alone to have their fun with gay tech. No harm, no foul, allegedly. But then there are those who are being a bit more sneaky about the ways in which they utilize gay tech as nothing more than a tool in what they consider to be a creative process. Now, these are the individuals that I want to avoid, because these people may not only want to sell me on the idea that they are creative people, but to take it a step further, they may go as far as to try and trick me into believing they are professionals who are to be taken seriously. So seriously, in fact, that they may try to charge their unsuspecting victims top dollar for their creativity or services that are not only ineligible for copyright protection, but may even put their clients at risk of copyright infringement if they were to use that work as part of a for-profit commercial project. So what kind of person would do this? Well, without casting aspersions, the best thing I can do is to rely upon speculation based upon the types of products and services I think most individuals within the creative sphere may rely upon to finish their projects. This could include people that you hire for any of the following gigs, okay? So anything having to do with visual arts. We're talking like graphic design, like doing logos, book covers, illustrations, etc. Another one is writing services. Okay, so think like copywriting, ghostwriting, even programming. So we're talking like web or software developers. And this also goes for game development as well. In that same vein, also for you authors out there who may be looking to hire someone to do some proofreading or editing. There's plenty of gay tech out there that they could just run your manuscript through, turn around, and then just ship it right back to you without doing any actual real work. And then voice work, which could include like audio narration. So like those of you who do like audiobooks, looking for narrators or something like that, or even voice acting. Digital audio productions. So this could include both sound effects and music. Okay. And then at the bottom here, I also put specialized services, okay, such as virtual assistants, which could include like anything having to do with coaching and developmental services, or any hodgepodge of services from pre-existing fields of professional consultation, whether that be like financial, legal, etc. If it's all online and done virtually, then who's to say you aren't just paying these people to turn around and simply use a glorified form of Google to relay information that's crucial to the success of your specific business plan? So, how are we to separate the hacks and the con men from the actual experts? Here are some of the guidelines and criteria that I will be using from here on out to vet any contractor, artist, or professional that I plan on hiring for my creative projects. The following tips should not be considered my advice to you, because you should do whatever works for you and your business. So I suggest you take whatever I say here with a grain of salt and consult with your respective advisors, business partners, legal reps, etc., to figure out how you would like to conduct your business. Okay. So from here on out, this is what I'm going to do before I hire anyone. All right. First and foremost, and probably easy enough, Google their name. I will be taking note if they are using an alias or a DBA. Now, I don't expect everyone to have a registered LLC in order to do business with me, but if they are hiding behind fictitious screen names or using nicknames, then that's going to be a red flag. Speaking of hiding, do they show their face online? Listen, I'm not hiring avatars or virtual 3D character models. It would be nice to give credit to someone who has a professional looking headshot and not some fucking furry or anime cartoon caricature set as their profile pic. Okay. It won't kill you to have a few headshots in circulation on the internet. Speaking of internet, I will be extremely leery of any so-called professional, expert, or artist that has a very limited online presence. If anyone is asking for my money in exchange for their services via the internet, then I expect to find the following. Number one, they have at least 2 forms of social media with active accounts. It is important to note that I am not only looking for recent activity, but also checking the dates in which the accounts were created. I will be on the lookout for Johnny Come Lately, as well as Mr. and Mrs. Fly By Night. Number 2, do they have a website or a blog? And does it look professional? Now, that could be subjective, but one way to tell is whether or not they have registered the website's domain name, which means spending money and putting some skin in the game, because anybody can slap together a professional looking website for free within a matter of minutes, but usually you can tell by just looking at the web address. And number 3, and just like with their social media, I will be looking for any evidence of activity on their website, like when was the last time it was updated, or if there are any examples of their work in the form of a portfolio, catalog, or customer testimonies. Now, speaking of internet activity. This next guideline of mine may seem a bit controversial, but it all depends on how you're looking at it. And for me, I will certainly be taking anyone's involvement with gay tech very seriously. And especially if their involvement with gay tech can be perceived as a conflict of interest in reference to the services that I was interested in hiring them for. In other words, I would be suspicious of any so-called artist for hire that has used gay tech in their social media posts or openly admits to using gay tech as a tool in their creative process, even if only for fun. For me, these are effectively going to be automatic disqualifiers for paid work. I consider that muddying the waters, and I really don't want to waste my time sifting through the muck to figure out where exactly someone draws the line when it comes to utilizing gay tech. Because not only is it my ass that would be on the line, but the bottom line is that it would just be a waste of time when there's actual work that needs to get done. I'll just be like, well, that's a shame. Next, because you can bet your ass there's another starving artist just around the corner who's hungry for work and can't afford to get mixed up with the bullshit. So what do you guys think about my guidelines? You think they'll work? Will they keep me from getting scammed? Would you add anything to what I said, or do you have an easier, more streamlined method for vetting so-called professionals? Better yet, if you personally know of some legitimate creative professionals, then feel free to share, and maybe we can help them out and give them some business.